About NIH. We're talking about the Institute Director searches and what we can learn from football. This is Realistic Optimism, and I'm Mark Heisted. Soon I'm going to talk about realistic optimism and what I mean by that. But for now, the Institute Directors at NIH are these officials right below the NIH director they're typically like very excellent scientists who run the individual institutes at NIH. I've had some people ask me, so why is it so important that these institute director hires are done by scientific search committees of experts? There is some analogy to what happened at UNC this year. So reportedly, at UNC in the football program, they convened a search committee, a group of experts who went out and looked for excellent college football coach candidates and had developed a list. And then apparently it's been reported there was a political process where Marco Rubio talked to someone and they ended up hiring Bill Belichick. And Belichick is like a very plausible candidate, right? Resume as a football coach, although in the pros. But then what happened is he came in and I'm sorry, Tar Heels fans, I know and love a lot of you, but it's been a disaster season. And I think it's just a lesson of when you're doing something that's super hard, at the limit of the kind of things that we know how to do, you want to hire people who are really experts and draw on expertise to do that. And that's what the search committees at NIH do. They draw on scientific expertise from across the country. If you're not using a search committee and you're not relying on the best expertise you can find, you can have a tendency to do is find someone who has like a flashy appearance or a flashy story in the news. Sometimes the science that appears in the newspaper is really amazing. It's the best science. But a lot of really excellent science comes from careful, painstaking work that happens over time, solves long-standing and important problems. And that's not the kind of stuff that appears in the newspaper, but it is the kind of stuff that expert-led search committees are going to know about and find and hire people based on that kind of really deep expertise, which we have in the US. That's why we're asking that these really important institute director hires, which for many decades have been hired via a search committee process, that a search committee process is used to make these hires again.